Alrighty. Guess now's the time to see whether or not this was working. Okay. Let me fix up something else quickly. So that way I can hear myself, so I'm not shouting. That doesn't look right. Apparently it says I have no input devices. There we go. That's better. Okay, so I'm gonna play a bit of Forza. Desktop audio is not being tracked. Why not? Right now. Nope. Alright, there we go. Alright, so.
Welcome back, Dingo.
Oh, might need to turn down the volume. Ugh. Again, I haven't pre-set up anything for this one because, like I said, new computer, so I haven't set anything up. I did some graphical alterations, but that's all so far. God, it seems like I'm just drop. So last time I was playing, I was trying to take a photo in the Barbie car. I was at a custom-made map. I was like, you know what? This looks like a nice sort of cityscape for the Barbie car. And it's not just me; it looks so small compared to me. My character is sitting so high up. I didn't end up taking a photo because it didn't look right. Hmm. Let's play this one. Already having a drink. Alright, so turn that up a little bit. Turn that down.
In 400 meters, turn right.
Oh, that's something I should also check. God, I'm spending a lot of time on this now. Okay, yeah, I already had it set to 60. Okay. Because, the last stream was blurry. For part of it, and then I changed it to be, like, really sharp to the point where it looks a little strange. But with the new computer, I have the extra CPU power required. See a little bit of screen tearing there, which is annoying.
Take the first exit.
Because didn't I have... I thought I could have sworn I turned on... Oh, I didn't. Never mind. I shall turn on the VSync now. I thought I turned on the VSync in order to deal with that, but I guess I turned it off at some point. Wow. That was a hell of a crash, and I also lagged.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
Ah, screw it. We'll get there just by
Turn
driving.
around when it is safe to do so. Recalculating route. 400 meters, turn left. In 200 meters, turn right. Turn right. 400 meters, turn left.
See the Xbox notification and tell me, hey, look at that, you've got points. I really don't care. In fact, why isn't that muted, Windows? Can't mute it. I'm not trying to look left. That's the cable
100 meters, turn
controller.
sharp left. In 400 meters, turn sharp left.
I'm just gonna... I know I'm nearly there, but just like... I have the credits for it. I have 2 rip rods. Wonder when that happened. There we go. So I was rearranging my other monitor so I could keep an eye on the stream a little bit better. It's all good. But I'm so glad that we're now seeing Event Lab races that have AI in them. I was getting so sick and tired of Event Lab races that would have like really amazing designs, but then it was just you running around in circles on a 20-minute course. With that, oh shit! and actually having a race there. Oh, it's slippery. It's wet in mud. Hear any noises, by the way? Any random noises that are unaccounted for? That don't sound like they're from the game? That's probably my controller in my hand. This is an old controller. And I can hear it shaking. I don't mean like the normal shaking, the normal rumble sound that controllers make. You can hear the bit inside that actually rumbles. Might also just hear random buttons being pressed. By the way, I've just passively been learning about those extractors in Warframe. It's like it picks one resource, gives you a bunch of that resource, based on like how rare it is, and random chance. And then it just becomes damaged over time, but you can deploy it multiple times as long as it's not destroyed. From one trip, I managed to pay off one of the distilled excavators because I managed to get enough oxium out of it to make it worth that. Not yet, but I did deploy it to the same planet again the second time. Well, actually technically the third time, because the first time it came back with detonite ampules, it came back with like 6 of them. And then the next time I put it down, it came back with like 200 something oxium. If it can come back with another 200 to 300 oxium, then it should have paid off the two, well, actually it'd be nearly paid off the 2 excavators, but it'd be worth it because of the other resources I would have gotten. But I noticed that for whatever reason you can actually deploy the excavator at the Zariman. So I have one trying to collect oxium. Oh no, sorry, it's trying to collect plastids. It's trying to collect plastids. Yeah, I keep saying oxium, but you can't get oxium because that's a creature drop. So I've been trying to get him to collect plastids. So one of the excavators is trying to get past this. The other one is actually embedded into the Zariman and is capable of getting you void gel orbs. And Trunty Lanthorns. I'm looking at that like that's actually pretty good because, yeah, you'll still need void plumes and Thrax Plasm, but if that's the only thing you really have to grind for at the end of the day, then the damn sight easier than having to grind for all this other stuff. Especially when in Trunty Lanthorns you'll sometimes only get like 1 or 2 a mission, 3 if you're lucky, 4 if you're really lucky. So, it's good. It is indeed good. Also, by the end of today I'm hoping to get the Emery, so I've got 40 points to make up. But it shouldn't be too bad, because really 40 points is all of these, and this. So, I'm not particularly concerned. I should check out what's in the store. Oh, I already own both the cars. I owned all of last week's cars too. Well, with any luck, winter and spring will have new cars for me to get. Because I don't think I have that, full stop. That I probably already do have, actually. I think I have the... Because I've got the Veyron and the Chiron, which I believe are the 2 cars in the game that look like that. But it'll be fine. The trial, reach for the sky. I guess we'll do that now. I have no idea what kind of races that'll be. My guess... Ugh. My guess is probably going to be street racing, in which case I'm going to need to use a street car. So... I've also started construction on Gaia. I set up the parts at the end of the live stream that I did for Warframe, but since it was done I also set up the full construction of the frame. So, started it today. Sunday. So, I guess by Tuesday, when I do the next, which will actually be after the first stream for the week, but I should then be able to play with Gaia. Potentially on stream too. You get to see my awful modding skills. I mean, they work for me, but I can imagine there's probably better loadouts out there than what I do. Especially since I'm not really sure how her abilities works. From what I could tell, she's like a cross between Vauban and Mirage, so... At the very least, she is stylistically, so... Oh, these are the only 2 choices I get? Oh, I guess in that case I'm picking the Nismo. I'm just moving a bottle that I had. One of these cars is not like the others. I guess that's the O2 up there. It's also a 73, but I'm actually the only 95. Also, some people have painted their cars, meaning I'm probably the one that just happens to be using the stock car. Yeah, I'm gonna get left behind. Shit. Well, leisurely stroll then. I mean, we're not in a rush. I mean, it is a race, but slow and steady wins the race, huh? Can you please get out of my way? That'd be very much appreciated. What the hell? Brakes! Brakes they're on, man. Looks like two other people did the same thing as me, though. So how far back is this Tristan AI? I don't even see him on the map. Well, that guy just left. Oh god. Brakes! Shockingly, we are somehow still winning with the overall points. Wait, that's Tristan there. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the name. It says that Tristan is in last place, but he's right there in front of me. It also says he's in 11th place. Why isn't he still? Why isn't he being reset? I don't know, but I'm getting left behind again. So close. So Tristan did get credited as being 11th place. Okay. I'm gonna have a ginger cookie in the meantime. Ginger biscuit. Taking a while. There we go. Wait, they put me in pole position? Okay, no they didn't. Oh, they put me in pole position for the humans. I'm gonna shuffle over to the side since I know my car's not as fast as theirs. There we go, now I'm in last place. Got those poor tires. Bye. I tried so hard not to hit him, and in the end he just went whoop. On this great road, I'm gonna get overtaken. Yeah, we're losing this one. We need speed! More speed! God, it took so long for my car to change gears, it lost like 4 kilometers an hour. I was gonna say kilos. Yeah, it lost 4 kilos. Alright, time for race 3. With any luck, it will win. Since I think red is winning. But since I know it's a B race with the Nismo, I can go and upgrade my Nismo if we lose this one. If we win, I won't need to. Okay. Just shove him to the side. Woo! Looks like we're okay. Brakes, 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 brakes! Oh, that's Uncle Vico. I thought it said Uncle Velcro. That would have been that'd be a funnier name in my opinion. Uncle Velcro. Whoa. The hell is going on? There's some serious car accidents going on. God, all these NPC cars have literally been at all the worst possible spots so far. Itchy nose. At least it wasn't when I needed to make a turn. Itchy nose. There we go. That's plenty of points. I'm pretty sure we have officially won. While the game's loading, I was reading a thing. I was reading a thing on my phone about Starfield. Talking about how Starfield is basically Skyrim in space. It's just a reskinned Skyrim. Now, I don't know anything about Starfield other than the fact that it's a space game. And supposedly that, that fan that was in Skyrim, like blonde-haired fan, apparently he shows up in Starfield. And that's like all I know. I did see it kind of looks like you could design your own ship, which for me is an exciting thing. I like that kind of thing. But I'm going to assume it's not super relevant. I mean, I guess it could be, maybe. there might be some mechanics that rely on like increased speed or firepower that you can get from customizing your own ship. But apparently it's talking about all the same sort of things that have always been in the Skyrim games. Sorry, it's been the Skyrim. Well, I guess no, I'm right. Skyrim games. Because for how many platforms Skyrim has been released on, how many times it's been released on said platforms, I think it's probably safe to say Skyrim games. Yeah, it's the same sort of idea as Skyrim with encumbrance, companions. Apparently, there's just more ammo types than Fallout. I mean, I'll have a look. I don't really have an intention of buying any more games just yet. I mean, I've got Ark Survival Ascended sort of earmarked. I'm going to buy that when that becomes available. And that's pretty much my only plan for buying games for the rest of the year. Because, I mean, I'm still playing Baldur's Gate. I'm still playing Baldur's Gate. There are other games out there that I still want to finish. In fact, I may even have to start again depending on what saves actually got, well, saved to the cloud. Because, like, I was still playing Miles Morales. It was very, very, very casual. It was very infrequent, but it was still in progress. So, there's that. Yeah. So, oopsies. I've still got, I've got a whole sticky note file on my computer that's going to be keeping track of all of the games that I need to play. Games that I've started and then not finished. Granted, there are live service stuff on it, like Forza Horizon 5 and Forza Horizon 4. Though, in fairness, Forza Horizon, I have DLC that I haven't started or finished in both games, which is technically why they're on that list. But it's not as, it's just because they keep coming up with more stuff than I'm more interested in. Like in Forza Horizon 5, I haven't finished the off-road stuff. I haven't finished the Hot Wheels stuff. There's still more cars coming out with the season stuff that I may be interested in playing with. But yeah, it's got stuff like Forza Horizon on it. It's got like, but it's got things like Lego Star Wars. Excuse me. I'm trying to think of what the oldest one on there is. I know Tiny Tina's Wonderland is on there, but that is on hiatus because I'm potentially getting a friend to play it with me. See, we're just seeing how things go with that. Because I wouldn't mind doing that as a multiplayer thing instead. Spider-Man Miles Morales. Oh, Horizon... Not Horizon. Was it Horizon? Might have been Horizon Zero Dawn. The one with the robot animals. That was a game I was really, really enjoying, and then just one day I became distracted with something else and then never came back to it. I want to come back to it. I mean, I'm going to need a refresher on what was even happening in that game, but it is a game I want to come back to, so... Okay. Obviously, I don't actually need the car now, but it's nice to have the car furbished. So, now I need a paint job. Any good colours that I can just make it, or should I go with a... I don't really want black. I want blue, actually. Actually, I think that's purple. I suppose this is where I mention the fact that I am colorblind. I can see colors, but they are askew. So when I say I want to think of a certain color, it may not be perfect. My dog has walked into the room. What? What do you want? I took you out earlier. Huh? I took you out earlier. In fact, I only took you out an hour ago because you're the reason why I actually started this out late. So, no. Kind of like this one. Yeah, we'll go with this one. I like this one more. Why don't you lie down somewhere, huh? You can sit there staring at me as much as you want. You're not getting a treat. And I just took you out. Anyway. So let's see what the next season thing I'm doing is. Apparently that was a daily challenge. I didn't even know. I just did that because I wanted to. Okay, now here's the other thing that you're gonna see. I am not professional when it comes to tuning cars. I don't really know what the best way to do it is. I tend to just tune cars the way that I like them, the way that I know works for me. So it's typically the same tuning on every car. So, interesting. Right, so that's the way that works. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So obviously, the tuning is not going to be perfect for the car. It's not stylized for each car. It's probably not the best way to even tune the vehicle, but it's just the way I like them. Okay. Oopsies, wrong way. Time for another event lab. I actually really like event lab. I don't think I would have the patience to build one myself, but I really like some of the other races that people have done. There are some really nice looking ones, and sometimes they don't even have to be like good normal races, they just have to be good design stuff. I'm very big on taking photos in the game, so if you can design a really, really nice event lab race, then I will enjoy that more than just a standard race. Apparently it looks like I get choice of, I was gonna say Japanese cars, but no. Oh, I think I've mentioned this before. Ignore the vehicles that have drag tires. That was from back in the day where I didn't pay any attention to how to build the cars. And so it's like, oh, drag tires give better stats. It's like, well, yes they do, but you're not going around corners very well. Isn't it the same car? It's just one of them's a welcome pack. 2008. Yeah, it is. It's just one of them. It's from the welcome pack. I'll try one of these ones that I poorly tuned up. Maybe I can do a very quick run through. See if I can try and improve the vehicle where possible. Because even though it's using drag tires, it can theoretically turn corners. It's just obviously not designed for that. Well, it was designed for that, but it was designed with stats in mind. Stats that would be a detriment. Yeah, this article didn't really talk about anything about Starfield other than the fact that it just feels like Space Skyrim. It says Starfield is stuck in the past is the title of the article. And it mentions the fact that Starfield it started production 7 years ago. Which should have been your first hint that it was going to be a little dated. But it also meant... Oh, I didn't tune the vehicle, whoops. But it also mentions the fact that it has a similar sort of... similar design as Skyrim and Fallout. It's like, okay, I guess that makes sense. It's a Bethesda game. They've got a very specific way that they do their games. But yeah. Turns out the car I actually wanted, or well, needed, was an off-roader. At least I don't have to worry about going around corners. Sand and dirt. These drag tires aren't going to have much grip on these surfaces. Enough to get moving, but... Oh yeah, that seems to be steering alright. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't mind trying Starfield. I do have 1 month of Xbox Game Pass. Maybe I should... You know what? Maybe I should actually try it. I have 1 month of Game Pass that came with my computer, so... Actually, the steering's not that bad on this. Oh, yeah. Drag tires or not. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll for laughs install Starfield. Depends on how big the game is, file size wise. I have the space for it, but I don't want to fill it immediately. But I can always give it a go. Though I did see a thing where someone was talking about how you kind of need to stick with the game for a while in order to be interested in it. We're trying to get my attention again, are we, dog? Alright, you know what? I'll humour you. Alright, I'm going to be back in a moment. I'm going to go take the dog out. But yeah, it's like the whole thing was that... So you kind of need to stick with the game for a while. I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll be good. Alright, back in a moment. Alrighty, okay, I'm back. So I took her outside, did her business, and yada yada yada. And while I was waiting for her, I managed to fix a little light up lorikeet that I bought from the shops. Anyway, but yeah, so Starfield is a game that requires you to like stick with it for a while in order for it to be interesting. I don't know if I'm going to really get it all out of the Game Pass, especially when I'm playing all these other games at the same time. I mean, my Destiny has sort of fallen off. Not playing Destiny since I'm not playing the season. What I'm actually doing is kind of being cut down. I've still got stuff to do, don't get me wrong, but the stuff that I want to do is decreased. Plus with Baldur's Gate, I've got another game I really want to play. But since I've been messing with my computer, I haven't really had much of a chance yet. In fact, I haven't even played VR chat now since like last week. Normally I play VR chat for like at least once, maybe two times a week. 3 is it happens, but not as often. It's usually 2 times a week. But I haven't played VR chat this week. So I want to do that at some point, but that'll most likely be on the weekend. And if Tiny Tina's Wonderland is going to be a thing, don't know how often I'm going to be in VR chat then. Not too sure when I'll find the time to play Starfield then, if I'm doing regular occurrences of things like this. I have the brakes down. Oh, there we go. Let's say we actually gonna. There we go. Ah, good morning, Frost. How you doing? Did you have a good sleep, did you? Alright, that's the first vehicle. 90 in the 20 points. You laying down because you're not feeling well, or because you've literally just woken up? I just gotta figure out. How was that? Did you have fun? Wait a minute, why am I driving away? I just teleported to the place I wanted to be. Okay, I can be my Kinder Rabbit. Okay, I will clarify that this Bentley, I'm pretty sure, is supposed to be drag. That's why it's got the drag tires. That wasn't a mistake. That was actually it's supposed to be a B class drag racer. Got a lot of choices of cars. Oh, that's because I got them all. And that'd explain it. Oh no, I don't have them all, but I've certainly got a large choice. Let's go with this one. But I'm excited to see what happens when they eventually make Forza Horizon 6. Because I bet you it's going to look incredible. And the photo mode is going to be great from the jump. I should expect it to be great from jump. Okay, that car's not moving. A lot of people saying, oh, it should be here, it should be here. Someone said that it should actually be in Japan, and some people said, no, it shouldn't, because it's not like a special location. It's a location that is typically used in racing games a lot. It's not special like if they put it in Canada or if they put it in somewhere in the desert. They put it in Texas. It's not like one of those sort of places. Personally, I think it should be in Japan. I would love to take photos running between insecure trees. The architecture of Japanese-style buildings in the background would look great on a bunch of photos. Yeah, Japan is in my opinion, it would be the best place that they could put it. But I know a lot of people are a bit more reserved about it because they think it's like been done and dusted before. They haven't used Japan in this franchise yet, but it seems like an easy choice. So easy that people kind of don't want it. Personally, I want it. There'll be mountainous terrain. There'll be street areas, there'll be foresty areas. It's got the landscape to fit it. My only regret so far is I didn't buy Forza Horizon 3, which was in Australia. I mean, we are not represented often in video games. And if we are, it's like Mad Max style. For instance, Mad Max. I would love to have raced in Forza Horizon 3. But I didn't realize that they had limited licenses, and I also didn't realize that it had been so long since the game actually came out. You can't buy Forza Horizon 3. That being said, according to my VR software, I can get the demo for Forza Horizon 3. So maybe I should just do that, just for a quick romp around Australia. The home turf. Apparently there was a dam in there, it looked really nice. Well, that was a simple race. Maybe I should have turned up the difficulty for that. Well, I appreciate so much character customization. Please stop giving me clothing. I'm all for character customization, but the only time we ever really see our characters is at the beginning of a race and at the end of the race. I suppose we do show up in cutscenes, but I don't know about anyone else, but I'm staring at the car, not at the people talking. I'm here for racing and cars. And depending on what you're doing in Forza, you could be doing parade floats. That was the thing in this game, was parade floats. I'm not looking at the people. Where was the parade float? I think... No, that was the train race. Was it down here and then... No, that's the jet ski race. I'm not going mad. There was definitely a parade float race where you were driving a parade float and then you finished the race by throwing it off a cliff. This one's the racing the plane. It was definitely down here, wasn't it? It wasn't up here. It finished up here, but... Yeah. That's the monster truck buggy. That's just a boring Baja. Boring. Plane race. Jet ski race. Train race. Why the hell is it? I'm going nuts. Showcases and expeditions. Where the hell is it? Oh, it was using the Canyon Expedition. I knew I wasn't going crazy. Okay, so it was... Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so... There was a parade float used once that and you eventually throw it off into a cliff. Off a cliff. Already got that car. When it comes to this game, I spend all my money on teleporting around and then gain all my money from those wheel spins because I own 90% of the cars in this game. Alright, so we've got a danger sign. And specifically the Chevrolet ZR2. Do I have that? Uh-oh. Well, that must be it there. Just think if there's any other ones that were named that. No. It needs to be B class. And they're all danger signs. Alright. Well, I gotta take my car down to the shop and upgrade it then. I know I could get someone else to do it for me, but I like doing it myself. And then when I can't do it myself, I'll then get someone else to do it. And replace all the parts I put on. Interesting. I was just looking at the how the class was going down, but technically speed was going up. Oh, but by a tiny bit. Hardly worth the effort. Profiles. Interesting. Not many cars have that. Yeah, so it makes the off-road better, having the bigger profile tires. But then everything else gets worse. And your launch gets considerably worse. Considerably worse. And it should be fine. I know I've gone over, I'll fix it in a moment. Oops, continue working. That wasn't enough. Hmm. Interesting how the game kind of lets you do that. The one where the back is bigger than the front. I mean, I'll give it a shot. Sure. Yeah, we'll go for silver. Oh, Pooh, I just remembered I was supposed to call a shop today. Well, it's a bit late for that now. It's almost 8:30 in the evening. All right, I'll try and remember to give him a call after work tomorrow. It's fine. I guess it gives me a week. I asked them to do something for me, and they said that they would. Well, I asked them about something, and they said they'd look into it and they'd get back to me. Since I didn't call them back today and ask them what the deal is, to call them back tomorrow, it means it would have been a week since they actually did the thing. So, actually, no, I called them on Sunday, so it would be 6 days. I still feel like 6 days is plenty of time for them to have done the thing. All I needed to do was contact the manufacturer and get them to manufacture the chair, because in regards to the warranty, they need to contact the manufacturer, and the manufacturer is supposed to be contacting me and asking me about details. So,
You have arrived at your destination.
I'll give them a call tomorrow and say, what's up? Did I get it? Yes. Next one. is in the desert.
You have arrived at your destination.
There's no way that was enough for the seasonal objective. Oh, never mind. It was. Wow, I'm powering through these now. Ooh, it's the one at the end of the runway. Alright, spawn down here. Right, here we go.
You have arrived at your destination.
And that's that one done. Those were surprisingly easy. Alright. Well, let's do the weekly challenge now. So I'm going to drive the 1997 Lamborghini Diablo SV, which, actually, if memory serves, was a hidden car. But I should have that. Yes. I actually have two. They are both exactly the same, except one of them has a more interesting paint job, so let's go with the one with the interesting paint job. Yeah, this is why I need the replacement. Well, actually, I don't need the replacement because it's squeaky. I need the replacement because it's broken on one side, so I'm not actually ever sitting up straight. Alright. It was the first Lamborghini to break the 200 miles per hour speed barrier. Use all 530 horsepower to see if you can achieve that in yours. You want me to reach 321.9 kilometers an hour? Probably going to need to redo this car then. I don't think I'm capable of reaching that speed in this vehicle yet. Yeah, no chance. Alright. Let's go turn this thing into a hypercar. I'm gonna have a drink while the game loads. But I'm picking your paint job first. Recommended designs. kind of like this one actually, Venom. I like the Duracell car. Alright, let's go back and we'll grab the Venom. I guess I could go with drag tires, but I may have to turn corners. Pretty much never put anti-roll bars in my cars. I mean, in some cars it's hilarious to see them roll around, others are... It's obviously not good to see them roll, but... Still don't really need them that often. Well, I've got no handling, but this thing's gonna go like the clappers. Alright, here we go. And I already scratched the car. I cracked the windshield? When did I crack the windshield? Now I cracked the windshield. Let's throw this thing off the side of the plane, huh? Alright, have a good sleep, Frost. Have an excellent evening. Thanks for stopping by. So what am I supposed to do with this car now that I've done this? Paint the car. Just did that, but I have to paint it myself. Bye, Frost. Have a good one. Alright. Paint the car. Taking its sweet time. Oh, second I put the controller down. Pink. You know what? You know what? Pink. Pink it is. Wait. Hold on, I just saw a thing on Reddit. Is this real? Please tell me it is. Larian Studios with patch 3 comes the magic mirror, which lives in your camp and allows you to change your avatar's appearance whenever you'd like. Yes! Yes! Would love that. Because my warlock that I was using on the Twitch streams, always looks so terrifying. Like, she looks serious, well, not that's perfectly fine. But whenever she's, like, petting Scratch, she looks terrifying. The smile gives me nightmares. And my, my wizard that I play in my off hours, actually has the wrong eye. I tried to make her blind in one of her eyes, but unfortunately there's no blind option. You can't make a tiefling blind. So the closest thing that I could do was gave her an all-black eye. So the pupil in her eye is black, and she's got the black part of the eye, so she looks like she's blind, which is perfectly fine. But her other eye that she sees normally out of, I've actually accidentally given her an eye that, for whatever reason, is so much brighter than every other tiefling's eyes, and I didn't realize it after I started. But you look at any of the tieflings and you can see that their eye glows slightly because they've got the colour in the middle and it's black everywhere else. My tiefling's eye is so fucking bright that you can see her in the dark. Her eye fucking glows like Hal, just the red dot in the just in the darkness. And I won't lie, it is actually funny. I kind of like it, but at the same time, it was an accident. She's supposed to have a normal tiefling eye and then the other one be blind. So it'd be nice to actually be able to go back and fix that one mistake. Because when it comes to games like that, one of the most important things for me is the character design. Which is why I was disappointed that there was no transmog option in the game, because I have good armor. But it doesn't really fit my character's design. In fact, I was having to spend a little bit of time with Lae'zel because in my off hours character I'm at the creche. So I was like, okay, well I'll bring Lae'zel along for this. Her armor is like just all this barbarian shit. It's all cloth, fur linings, with metal boots and leather gloves. It looks completely mismatched and terrible. So I'd love to have a transmog option. But being able to change what my character looks like at the camp is very, very useful, because it means that if I suddenly look at my character and decide, well, actually, don't care for that design too much, but as long as it's the same race. Winter Street race. I don't mind if it has to stay the same race, or the same voice, the same gender. That is perfectly fine. I just want to be able to change what my character looks like at times. Just to keep things fresh occasionally. So that'll be nice. So I was looking to see where that course was going. So that'll be exciting. Maybe they'll add if they're adding things like that to the game, maybe they will do transmog options. I really hope they add colorblind settings too. It's a bit hard for me to see how many spell slots I've used when the difference is either light blue or light grey. It's a little skewy. I can tell the difference. It's just sometimes a bit harder than others to see how many I've got left. Maybe that means next time I stream Baldur's Gate, I'm going to have a completely different looking Warlock. This just in. My Warlock has undergone gender transition, is now a male, and has a completely different skin colour. And knowing me, I would tie that into the lore. Because this game is perfect for character design and backstory. Even if it doesn't always fit with the game. Dungeons & Dragons is great for backstory and character design. And Baldur's Gate is no exception. It's not quite as good because you don't have as much creative freedom. But, it's enough. I mean, the backstory for my wizard is that she actually stole the spellbook that she carries for wizarding. since that's typically the way a wizard operates, is that they have a spellbook that they learn from and they copy down all their spells to. Backstory I had for my wizard is that she actually stole that book from a student at a school. It had several cantrips already in it, and in her off hours she self-taught herself to be able to cast said cantrips, and became very interested in magic itself. And so started pursuing magic on her own. Now, unfortunately, Baldur's Gate sort of, when you pick wizard, you do have to the game does treat you as if you've been to a school, as if you are learned. But character design wise, my character is self-taught. Self-taught in the way of magic. So far, it hasn't been disruptive. I can play with this background perfectly still. That way I can still touch on doing thievery stuff at the same time. I'll admit I haven't done an awful lot of thievery, and I did at one point multi-class into rogue and then change my mind and go back to wizard. But that's only because rogue and wizard didn't really mesh together as well as I would have liked. Because as fun as rogue would be, rogue is all about going into stealth, attacking, and then going back into stealth again. Getting that crit spot, basically, the crit attack. With a wizard, you kind of need to announce your presence when you suddenly shout Ignis and fire a big-ass fireball at someone. Kind of gives you away. When you're standing in the shadows and then sudden in this silent room, people looking around and all they hear is Ignis and then the room lights up with orange flame. It still works, you would still get the crit hit. But I don't know. Maybe when I'm further into the game I might be more inclined. I'm definitely going to be doing another playthrough anyway, afterwards, and doing some of the other classes, perhaps like Bard, or maybe not Cleric. Maybe I'll do Cleric, but then focus on more of a damaging side rather than healing. And I might do Druid, I'll do Rogue. This is the type of game where you can play multiple games. And when mod support comes to Steam, or when I get particularly bored and I go through Nexus, I want to be able to get more classes and races. I should probably check to see if people have finally figured out how to do that, because I would love to do that. One of my favorite things in Divinity was actually to play the Shapeshifter, which I know is going to be pretty close to a Druid, but like it was a true Shapeshifter. You didn't have a main form, I don't think. Oh no, you did have a main form, but you could transform into basically anything as opposed to a couple of preset animals. It was OP and would kill everything pretty quickly, at the very least early on, because you could turn into a crocodile and whatnot, and crocodiles were tanky. But I was having fun. It didn't matter whether or not the fact that I was really strong. I was having fun. And in a game like that, that's the main thing. You don't play the game for balance. Though you can. You can play the game where it's really difficult, and it's like a matter of life and death every choice that you make. But me, I play this sort of games for fun, where I can go in and I can roleplay heavily on a character's design and just have fun doing the weird shit, the fun shit. Which is why my wizard is actually focusing on enchanting, which is actually the same thing as what my warlock was supposed to be doing before I changed that. It was my wizard is focusing on enchanting, but it was so hard to choose between enchantment, illusion, conjuration, and necromancy, because all of those sort of spells are interesting. I heard some iffy things about conjuration, but those are interesting things to me because they're not direct damage dealing spells. They are mess with the terrain and the world around you, and then let the enemies kill themselves. Alright, so how far am I? 34 out of 40. Making shockingly good time. So I got about 6 more points to go, and then I'll get the Emery. So basically, that's one of these, and then one of these, I guess. Head north along the coastline from the Horizon Apex Festival site and keep an eye inland to find the hidden treasure stunt course. Stunt course? Ooh. Hang on, where was it? Horizon Apex Festival site. It's this one, isn't it? Over here? Oh, well, it doesn't help if it's invisible. Alright, no. Is it this one? Horizon Apex? No, that's Horizon Baja. Which one's Apex? It's not this one because it's street. Is it just this one, the main one? Horizon Apex. I feel like I'm being dumb. Head north along the coastline from the Horizon Apex Festival site. I mean, I may as well just start down here and then go for a drive. Let's pick out a new car. Go with this one. And then we'll just start at the bottom and then work our way up. Yeah, that's Horizon Wilds. Oh, that's Horizon Apex. Okay, start here and head north and then search inland for a obstacle course. I wonder what kind of backstory I do for my druid. Because the thing is that, unlike with normal Dungeons and Dragons, your backstory typically has something to do with being with people.
Arcade will begin shortly. Good luck.
It's not like Dungeons and Dragons where you can say, oh, I was an outcast, I'm an orphan, I was abandoned by my parents and left in an orphanage that burnt down, and then I was sent to another orphanage which also got burnt down. And they sent me to a third orphanage which was burnt down, and then after that they never wanted to touch me ever again because, oh, that must be it there. It's pretty obvious. They sent me to a third orphanage and that burnt down too. And then after that, no orphanage ever wanted to touch me again. You can't have that sort of story in Baldur's Gate. Okay, thank you, game. Okay, need more speed. Yeah, so you can't have that kind of backstory in Baldur's Gate, but you can have your own kind of thing going on. It hasn't asked you specifically what life was like in Baldur's Gate. You do get a section where it asks you to think of like memories of Baldur's Gate, and you can give it one of multiple choices for what you remember of Baldur's Gate. Oh no! Wait a minute, what am I doing? I gotta place properly. We're doing this from scratch. We do it in one go, we're not doing it at all. Yeah. Oh, this looks like a big enough gap. Yeah. So you are a little limited on your backstory, but It's open enough that you can come up with some fun stuff. That's what I really like about Baldur's Gate, is that there's the right amount of roleplay elements to keep the game interesting for multiple runs. Though I will say, you do have the slight disadvantage of code. You do have the slight disadvantage of knowing where all the loot is, so you know where to go. Because the loot isn't quite as randomized when it comes to boss kills as you would think. Like, I'm pretty sure that every time I kill Grim over at the Grim Forge, I'm gonna get the same helmet each time. I'm just gonna rewind for this because this is the first jump. So it's not going to be perfect when it comes to everything being different. The game's not going to be different every time you play it. And I'm doing a lot of exploring, but there's no way in hell I would have discovered everything. So I can at least play the game again knowing there's probably going to be something else that I will find. Alternatively, it's just something I can do different. I can know that certain loot is coming up, but it doesn't mean I have to take it. Like, things I'll probably always want to do is probably, like, Grim Forge. I'll probably always want to do the Grim Forge. But when it comes to the Crones, I might be more inclined maybe to side with the Crone instead. Because I haven't done a villain arc. I've done a game where I've been a bit more of an asshole. And more... Oh, fuck it, you know, I'll do it.
2, 1, go!
Or I can be more focused on, like, the money side and being rich.
Begin! 1, 2, 3. Repeat after me. It's mini missions.
Work together to knock down as many mini missions as you can. There's no I in team.
The hell's a mini mission? Oh, a speed skill. Oh, okay.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Yes, I'm focusing on having some, like, of collecting money, wanting to focus on me. Not always helping people unless there is something in it for me. If I do an actual villain story, maybe I'll side with the goblins instead, because that's a whole start of the game that I haven't even done, is siding with the goblins at first.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Reach 100 miles per hour, 160 kilometers an hour. Alright. Oh, that's easy actually, I just realized. Next challenge, please.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
So this is also why I kind of want to get into the modding scene for Baldur's Gate. It's because it's going to add more, hopefully, more races, more classes. I'm not going to say more quests because I don't know how they can, what they can and can't do. But the more races and classes that you give me, the more times I'll start the game with a different story. And the less games I'm actually going to finish. Because I tend to do that. Because I'll start a game, not finish it, because I'll become interested in doing this new story, this new bet, this new thing. How do I get a Wrecking Ball skill? 95
Round
kilometers an
1
hour.
complete. Get to round 2.
Get to the Trailblazer.
Stop and get to the end.
I've got to do.
It's Trailblazer
I gotta do a
time.
Trailblazer and a
Hit that
Porsche.
trailblazer with the fastest time you can.
Oh
But don't
dear.
get lost.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
Oh god, it's this Trailblazer too.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 100 meters,
The fucking car lifted up.
in 400 meters, turn right.
You know what? I'm just gonna follow the road for some of this because it's a great racing car. Okay, stop here. Go across.
In 200 meters, turn right.
My eyes are glued in front of me. 3!
Calculating route.
Saw that coming.
In 200 meters, turn left.
3! It's okay. That was a break. It's a braking route. Joining. I lost my spoiler. I've lost my tail.
Round 2 complete. Get to round 3.
Mini missions
It's
again.
Mini missions. Horizon says go.
In reverse. I didn't do the mission before it said completed. Oh, look at this poor car. This mini missions one is weird. Earn 2 drift skills or E drift skills. Remain stationary for 5 seconds.
Horizon Arcade complete. Congratulations.
Oh, there we go. Mission accolade. Complete a beep your horn challenge in a mini mission. Eventually I'm gonna run out of clothes in here. And horns. Alright, so I basically need 3 more points, sorry, I can count. I counted in my head to confirm that, yes. 3 more points and then I'll have the Emery and I'll actually be finished the season for today. I'm not gonna lie, this is actually taking me a lot less time than I thought it would. I guess when I normally play this game, I alternate between cars and edit cars, sometimes buy cars. I'll pause for a bit and watch a video or listen to music, tab out, go get a drink, that sort of thing. And so by the time I've actually finished everything, it's been a few hours. But I mean, I started doing this like a little, well, actually, according to my session time, almost 2 hours ago. I'm like hang on a minute, 5 seconds off from being 2 hours exactly from the stream start, and I started by doing a lot of sound editing. So, guess I could do all three of these regardless, but I mean, why? Why would I do that? Maybe I will. I didn't plan for anything after this. I was like, oh, maybe I guess I could play Hearthstone. But it's like, no. I'll do the 3 championships, maybe. I'll see how I feel after doing one, because that'll be 3 races, so. I'm surprisingly not as tired as I thought I'd be. I can feel a yawn coming on, but because last week, was it last week, when they made us use those classic cars in like D class or C class, whatever it was, that was an absolute joke. We spent it was a race, a normal sized race for any other car, and except they gave us cars that have like a top speed of like 80 kilometers an hour. It was more of an endurance race than anything else. Try not to fall asleep. Oh, you awesome. I had a lot of backfiring. I guess that's the engine I used. Bugatti Chiron with backfire. You know, coming through. I was gonna say I haven't really hit anyone this race. They kept hitting me, but I just kind of. Oh! Run the wall. Back on track. The backfiring Chiron is weird. I will admit. I guess that's just, but it's clearly the engine I picked, but it's weird. Hey, check out that that crew, what was it called? Crew Motorsport, I think it was. The Crew Motorsport, something like that. Because I actually did English. I did actually play the Crew 2. Played all the drift races. That was my style. Was all the drift stuff. Drift first, speed racing second, street racing. Drift first, street racing second. I think I did planes after that. I'm getting notifications. I don't understand. Windows. You should be snoozing these. Oh, I can turn it on manually. Okay, there we go. Can anyone explain to me, alright, why people... I sent a birthday message on Facebook, and for whatever reason, people are liking the post. Instead of sending like their own birthday message or something like that, they will like mine. They will post their birthday message as a comment to mine. Why not write your own independent post? I don't understand that. I don't want to go this way. I want to go this way. This one supposedly got better handling, but... You know what, maybe I'll use this one instead actually, because it's got maxed out handling. Everything except for speed is maxed out. Speed is 8.8, while the other one was like 9.7, so this is technically slower, but the handling is better. And given that I was struggling a little bit with the handling of that Chiron, it's probably best that I move into something a little better. I'll pull out the phone. Now I had a couple of things to talk about by looking at my phone. Let me have a look, see if there's anything missing. Oh wait, I've actually got more information about that magic mirror. Change appearance, voice, and pronouns. Race and body type can't be changed. Can't alter origins. Oh, that's fine. I don't care about the origins. Race and body type can't be changed. Fair enough. I guess that would be a complete destruction of law, I suppose. But you can at least change your appearance, voice, and pronouns. Which means you can change your eye color at least then. Change your eye color, your hairstyle. Huh. I love that this is... Someone said everyone liked that, and I just realized that's a good comment that they put there. Someone said, I'm just shocked they didn't use the existing barbershop in Baldur's Gate for this. And someone says, yeah, but you have to reach Act 3 for that. Fair enough, yeah, that's a problem. But then someone says, we need to get to Baldur's Gate ASAP, I need top surgery stat. I love that. I love it. It was good. It gives me a chuckle. That's a good point. Someone here says what the game's missing is a dramatic death scene for when you kill bosses. I'm like, you know, actually, that's a good point. It would have actually been nice if, when I was attacking those, the leaders of the goblins, it would have actually been nice if there was like a little cutscene for them. I mean, none of them would have begged for their life, but like something like that, I suppose, where you get like that moment before they die, or just this dramatic like final choice, sort of like how. Ooh, I'm so sorry. Sort of like at the start of the game where you find that I'm gonna say gate. Oh, I've been hanging out with myself too long. When you find the mind flayer that's trapped and is basically dying, and you get the choice of either letting it die alone or just stomping on its head and putting out its misery. I always choose to stomp on its head because I just like the knowledge that that's a bit of an aggressive revenge thing. But like a choice like that where you can just sort of let them bleed out, or you can just do one last thing to kill them. Just to really sell in the fact that you have slain an enemy. Rather than the body just goes ragdoll and you hear a bit of triumphant music and get your XP. It'd be cool if it really like nailed in what you've done. I mean, in Dungeons and Dragons, I know for one of the campaigns that I was in, it doesn't really do it. Oh, I'm so sorry, mate. It doesn't really do it anymore, but I'm apologizing to the AI. Oh, it was right again too. But one of the campaigns that we did, for a major boss, because we would all get excited whenever we killed the boss, he would actually reward us by giving us a little bit of extra fun thing, where if we killed the boss, and we did it like in a way where it could be left open-ended, he would actually let us decide how we want to kill the boss. And whatever we did, well actually, within reason, whatever we did was free. So we could cast a spell to kill him and it would be free cast. But if it was like a high value spell, he wouldn't let that happen. But it meant that people who were using the swords, because I'm always a spellcaster, people who were using swords would typically describe like using the sword to slice off his head, and then do it so fast that the head stays where it is, and then he just like slowly pushes him over and the head rolls off, so like a Mortal Kombat finisher. We were rewarded with the way with being able to describe how we finished an enemy. And while I'm not expecting Larian to be able to come out with this open-ended choose-your-own-adventure thing for killing enemies, it would be nice if there was a bit more drama when we kill an enemy, rather than finishing a boss and it's saying, "Good job. Now on to the next bit." So I think that they're right in saying that what the game is missing is dramatic deaths. Another Reddit post right underneath that says, "What's a warframe you always forget exists and why?" Someone says Lavos. Yeah, fair enough. Caliban. Let's see about Chroma Hydroid. What else we got? No one says Caliban. Again, Caliban. You know, people really forget that Caliban exists. I mean, I suppose you don't really get his parts unless you go looking for them, but someone else said Stynax, but when Stynax came out, they were giving them away in spades. So. I mean, I think that's where I got mine from. My Stynax was a reward. Oh, there you go. Another one says Caliban. Haven't seen an Equinox in forever. Yes, actually, that's the one I was actually thinking of. I was trying to think, like, what character do I tend to forget exists? I'm like, well, I know the characters, but so what character do I see so often that I've probably, that 9 times out of 10 I will have actually forgotten exists? And I said one Equinox. Because I know a friend of mine really likes to play Equinox. But he doesn't play Equinox that often because his go-to is Titanium. Because he's a Titanium man. And then when he does farming, he actually goes with Necros. I don't really... he likes to play Harrow when he's doing support stuff. He doesn't really play Equinox. And again, neither do I. I have an Equinox Prime. Normal Equinox is on my list to get though. Coming through, beep beep, I just nudged him. Brakes! Oh! Lovely shiny car. Yeah, S2 cars is definitely the way to go when it comes to a championship. Since these races are a whole lot better than giving us a C class or D class race. It was such a bad idea making you do a long race, like longer than this track, with a car that can't go above like 80 kilometers an hour. You know how long it took me to finish that championship? I was practically falling asleep in my chair by the time I actually got to fucking finish line. I might have to restart this race, I'm not going to go first here, am I? I've got the full front of my cover. I'm waiting for someone to say Octavio. Someone as a joke said Loki because you can't ever see him. Restart this race. Someone said Banshee. That's another bad choice for frames that get forgotten. Valkyria. Another fair choice. More people saying Caliban. Someone said Sevagoth. Nyx. That's another one. Actually, that's another good choice. Grendel. Oh my god. Still, I actually like Grendel. I don't use him very often because he's a very interesting character to play. Though he is now, since he's a recent buff, he is actually a lot more fun and usable. And someone said, I literally only farmed the Grendel parts to feed him to Mr. Lips. And someone immediately said what I was thinking afterwards. Please never refer to the helmet as Mr. Lips ever again. Oh my god. First thing I will do in Warframe tomorrow is rename my helmet to Mr. Lips. Might even rename my helmet charges to Lippies, aka Lippy. Oh god, no, never call your helmet Mr. Lips. That's just awful. That's horrible. Not to the helmet, but to anyone who has to deal with his business ship and say, oh look, it's your helmet. What do you call your helmet? Oh yeah, this is Mr. Lips. That's horrible. For anyone who's curious what I actually named my helmet, it's actually Sephiroth. Not Sephiroth. Gravemind. You know, like, from Halo, the Halo franchise. It seemed appropriate, and it's a good name, so... Great class, the game says. Awesome, clean racing, the game says. You know, I just bumped into a bunch of cars just then. Yeah. Larian, next thing is to add the Baldur's Gate, please. Theme Workshop support, just because I'm lazy as fuck and don't want to go through mixes. Or perhaps to a way to allow mod creators to easily make new races and classes. I'll be fine with that. But also transmog, please. Transmog. I have to see my Lae'zel looking weird as fuck. I don't even really like Lae'zel. But I still wouldn't want to see her wearing, because it just makes me not like her more, because her armor set is like fur armor mixed with chainmail, mixed with fucking leather gauntlets. It's like, bruh, no. We now have a way to change our character in the game. Transmog next, please. My clanmate loves playing Grendel. He'll turn into a speedster for his meatball move and zoom around planes with Fortuna. We have frequent races, it's pretty fun. And someone responded with Speedy Meatball can be broken as fuck, especially when he's a boosted frame. My friend was rolling so fast that he got lost on the enemy ship. I need to spend some time playing Grendel. Someone remind me to play Grendel. So it says Varuna. I really haven't seen anyone playing Varuna after 2 weeks of her being released. Well, I know someone who was focusing hard on Varuna. And I do like Varuna, I just don't play her very often because I have other frames that are better, quotation marks. Someone says she's a cult following like Gauss and Grendel mains, similar to the few months after they came out. These days those warframes are classics, maybe Varuna will get to that point. Unfortunately for her, she doesn't have a meta subsume like they do. Yeah, maybe I'll spend a bit of time with Grendel. And then someone said Gaia. And someone says, certainly one of the most broken and strong frames at the moment. I see that comment a fair bit for other characters too. Trinity. Yeah, fair enough as well, actually. Caliban, again. Lavos. Ureli, I guess. She's a shame. Cool warframe, not really useful. If you ever see me play Ureli, I'm playing her out of spite of her not being like super amazing, or at least not that I'm aware of. She could be amazing, I just don't know it. But Atlas or Nyx? Atlas, that's another good one, actually. You don't see many Atlas around. In fact, I don't think I've actually ever seen an Atlas out in the wild. Ember? Came to say Caliban, but then I saw a Vauban and realised that I forgot Vauban. Oh, I like Vauban. He's great. Nyx, Lavos. Lavos, Caliban, Sevagoth. A lot of the same ones. Usually Caliban seems to be the most forgotten warframe. Garuda? Apparently she's stupidly broken with nourishment. Caliban Lavos. Wisp? Really? Wow. Caliban and Chroma? Hydroid? Caliban, Nyx, Caliban. Fuck me! Oh, Caliban. Damn. Alright. See, now it's taking me a little bit longer because now I'm yammering. But I mean, because those 3 races took me 26 minutes, but like some yammering, so. Planet Zoo post? Oh good, time for me to feel bad about my design choices. Because, wow, some of the things that people do. God damn! This looks incredible. And you say there's a picture of the old entrance? Oh, trust me, they both look great. In fact, I actually kind of like the original one more, a little bit. Anyway, so cross country, huh? I gotta stop looking at Reddit. This car looks weird. It's because it doesn't have a grille on the front because it's electric. It just looks weird. I've actually built this one up. 6.1, huh? Screw it. We'll go with the tank. We'll go with the tank? Oh my god, that'd be a hell of a car. Forza. No, the truck. The racing truck. It's gonna be weird, because I'm not used to racing trucks. I can't see. I'm gonna, maybe I'll do this one first person. At least I can see over the opponent pretty easily. Like, I mean, I guess I can see like this, but it's a bit harder to see directly in front of me. Like, you can't see Ready Player 986 there. Oh, no cutting corners here. Oh shit, here we go. Truck in the air. Whoa. That probably just gave the driver whiplash. I was gonna say pilot. Close, but no cigar. It doesn't look that vicious when you, like, from the... Oh, God. Oh, that one tree is unbreakable. Like, it doesn't look that rough that time around, but I would say it was pretty rough. So far, I just noticed that because it's a racing truck, it's got the racing stats in the driver's seat. Lap number, best, there's the timer. It's a shame that jumping always damages your vehicle. I mean, I guess you could just turn off cosmetic damage, but why? I feel like I'm taking part of the game away if I turn off cosmetic damage. Even though I hate to see my vehicles get damaged. Though sometimes I like it. Like when I'm doing an off-road race, I like seeing the damaged vehicles. It's when I'm doing a street race I don't want to see them. Because I like to have nice clean cars for street races. And then dirtied and damaged ones for off-road, like this. Oh! I didn't know he was sneaking up on me because I took that turn too wide. And just go straight in. Victory's mine. Fuck off. No. Car's got superior off-road launch and its acceleration and handling, but its speed is a lot slower. No, truck, racing truck. Truck. Someone is actually saying here, the most impressive thing about Baldur's Gate 3 is that its a logic. How the devs had a very clear idea of how the player would handle fights or solve a problem. This person's constantly surprised by shit like noticing a ladder is on fire and falling apart, force spells, flipping switches and levers, burning spiderwebs, stopping the sun from ruining Underdark stuff because you put it... What? Oh. Yeah, stopping the sun from ruining Underdark stuff because you put it in a bag. the sky self can be used to commit a crime and not be blamed. Yeah, because the devs know what they're doing. Larian know how to make a good game. I'll admit, I've only played Divinity Original Sin 2 and Baldur's Gate, but I know that they have a reputation for making good games. And it is obvious, especially with Baldur's Gate 3, that what they put into Baldur's Gate 3 is passion. They made the game for gamers. They didn't make the game for money. It's like the only DLC available is the supporter pack, which you don't have to get. It's like, yeah, you get like the spare dice and whatnot. You get the like music and character sheets, which is cool. It's cool actually, but it's not necessary. You don't get content for the game. You just get cosmetics, and it's like and that's your reward. It's not. It's supposed to be a way of supporting the devs further, more than just giving you more stuff to do. And that's what the difference is between between Larian and a lot of other devs, is that a lot of devs will make a game and try to make profit of it. They'll add in all these extra DLCs rather than ship a game finished and finalized. People have done it before. The devs behind Star Wars Squadrons, they released the game and was like, this is it. We're not doing DLCs, this is it. Problem is that they didn't put enough into the game really to keep it going for an extended period of time. They did put more ships in later, I think they put in more maps later, but it wasn't enough to keep the game from dying, which is a shame because I actually quite like Star Wars Squadrons. And I was suspiciously good at it. My friend and I played it for the first time when the game came out, and he was crashing into all the walls, he was dying constantly. And then there's me there with like most kills in the game, pulling off all these elite skill tricks. And I'm not just saying that to make it seem like I'm good at the game. I've died a lot, but a lot of the times I was actually at the top of the leaderboard. I don't know why, but I was just suspiciously good at the game. I've probably lost all that skill by now if I was to find people somehow to play Star Wars Squadrons with. But it was a good game, and it looks really cool in VR mode. Unfortunately, you have to play with the controller if you want to play in VR. Not VR controllers, you have to use like Xbox controllers. That's cool though. That's the thing about Larian is they made a game, they knew what the goal was, they wanted to make the game, and so they made the game with players in mind. And they put heart and soul into it, and not just the promise of money. And it makes a world of difference. Baldur's Gate 3 is probably my game of the year, right now. And the reason why I say right now is because Ark Survival Ascended is coming out this year, supposedly. And it's entirely possible that it's gonna fail, or it'll be good, but still not as good. My expectations for ASA are monitored, because the devs have done some dodgy things in the past. Well, not dodgy as in like... Not dodgy as in like scummy, but just dodgy as in they've made mistakes. They've made a lot of mistakes before. But I really like Ark Survival Evolved, so I will have a bit of hype for it. It's just monitored hype. I thought I had a wheel spin. Oh, I guess it was done at the end of the race. Excuse me. What am I seeing here, Forza? Transition point between biomes or something? Alright, where's the third race for this season? Because there was another, that was the second one, wasn't it? Was that the second one? Or am I losing track now? No, there is another one. There is another one. Probably somewhere really obvious right next to my cursor and I just don't know. Worst part is it's not really hidden, it's just there's so many icons that I tend to miss it. There it is. Ran out of, well, I ran out of recommended Reddit posts. Can always find more. Let's say, are there any other trucks, or am I just going to be surrounded by short people? Oh, I was going to follow the road. Sorry. Make way for big truck. Beep beep. Oh, my controller is loud. I had to check over at the OBS to see whether or not that got picked up just then. Bugger. It's like I didn't hear the noise, but I'm going to keep going until it stops me. Ultimately, I don't have to be first to win this championship, so if I fail this race, I don't have to worry. As long as I don't come like last. think I can probably even come third if I wanted. But I think I'd rather still continue to try to get first. I just don't need to restart the race if I come in second. Wee. Not seem to get past this car here. He's always staying the exact distance in front of me. What, we are dead? Because that would be death. Or jumping off of a mountain like that, a hill like that. Opinions on DMs who ban whole classes? There are DMs in Dungeons & Dragons who ban classes. If it's for the sake of lore, then yeah, sure, that's fine. But if it's just a case of I don't want you to be a barbarian, or I don't want spellcasters because I don't want to have to deal with magic, then no, that's not okay. Because it has to be a reason as to why it's stopped, and not just I don't want to deal with it. But if you're doing like this I don't know, this campaign where you're all priests, or it's like a religion heavy game, you don't want to play a class that has nothing to do with religion or can't mix with religion well. So maybe blocking races and classes for that purpose. That would make sense. But doing it for no reason at all, that's not okay. And these choices. I know this car. Pretty sure this one goes bonkers fast, this one. I think he said this one is supposedly faster. I'm a question it, but I will go with this one. Because I'm pretty sure this is another one of those cars that I tuned for speed, absolute bonkers speed and nothing else. Okay guys, someone in the comments is literally actually talking about the same thing. So, the campaign I play in worship is forbidden. All of all the gods of every pantheon had a Ragnarok-style war in the mortal realm like 40 years ago. It's a big mystery. We're trying to unravel. It works really well. Yeah. See, if it's something like that, then that's fine. You can work with your gamers, say, no religious characters. Maybe you could even come to some kind of agreement. But just banning him for the sake of banning him, or because you just don't like him, or just don't want to deal with him, then yeah, no. Well, we can still turn with this car. It's a little rigid, but it does indeed turn. The water's a little hot. Oh shit, we're going off-road now. Okay. Sorry for the crashes, I'm a little distracted. I'm just thinking about something. Yeah, once this race is over, I'll disappear for a quick moment. Yeah, because I'm like, I've really done this anyway. I can always play Hot Wheels or off-road adventures afterwards, but I might just call it. The last live stream I did with Warframe, I was really tired throughout the start of the stream, as was evident by the fact that I was dozing off at my desk, making myself run into walls constantly, or stand there taking damage. Honestly, I should watch the footage back. It'd be pretty funny to see. But what happened after the stream? Because I started waking up when people were chatting to me because I had something to actually do beyond just play Warframe. After the live stream, I went to bed, but I passed out in the bed. I left the room light on. I didn't do my normal bedtime routine because I brush my teeth before I go to bed and floss, but I didn't do that the other night because I went to the bedroom and I don't know what prompted me, but I laid down on the bed, probably to plug in my phone, and I fell asleep. But plot twist, the phone wasn't even plugged in. I woke up in the morning and the phone wasn't charged, it wasn't plugged in. In fact, I'd actually fallen asleep with the cable, with the plug still in my hand. Obviously I dropped it, but it was obvious that I dropped it as opposed to just not doing it. So I went to the bedroom to plug in my phone or something before going to bed, and I skipped my normal night routine. I didn't turn off the light in the room, in the bedroom. Didn't plug in my phone. I was completely comatose. I didn't wake up at all throughout the night, like I normally do. And I slept in the following morning. Thankfully, though, I wasn't in a rush to go anywhere. So, it was no big deal. But it was amusing nonetheless that I was tired, and then talking with viewers, I woke back up again, and then as soon as the viewers were gone, I was dead to the world. And while I'm not particularly tired now, in fact, normally I'm more tired than this when I play Forza for an extended period of time. Because although I'm not particularly tired, I should still go to bed at a reasonable time tonight. Especially since I do have extra responsibilities to do in the morning. No, not because I didn't make the phone call. This is other stuff. So I was just checking something, actually. Solved it. Oh yeah, so I was going to do that thing. Alright, I'll be back in a moment. I have returned! You can probably tell when I'm back actually because I tabbed out and the music stopped, but I sing the dog out one last time. This is normally when she goes to bed. So. So this will be the next race. Restriction. Oh, yeah, Van's utility. I guess that's what I'm doing now. I was expecting actual vans, but I guess this falls under utility. I was just reading a theory on the Destiny 2 season in regards to Eris being a hive god. I don't know anything about the season because I don't have the season pass, but it won't stop me from looking into the lore. I'm sure there's a lot of good things in the season. There's certainly some good cosmetics at the moment. But, I wanted a break. So, I wanted a break from the seasons, from doing Destiny. And while the cosmetics were indeed nice, they're not really my style. I did like the seasonal weapons, but just that, the weapons. Plus, I've now heard some really dodgy things about the seasonal activities. About a lot of people speed running to the point where it's a detriment to other players. Now mixed in with the weapon crafting glitch, which is hilarious in my opinion. I haven't used it, but it's hilarious. And the server issues, because we're struggling to connect to the Destiny servers now. And I believe Destiny's crying DDoS attacks. The season, it's busy, but not for the right reasons. And while I don't doubt that I could still get all the seasonal stuff done and collect all the weapons in time, I wanted to also prioritize doing other things other than Destiny. My friend has the best luck when it comes to Destiny. She will get all the deep sight weapons in an instant. She managed to get all the deep sight weapons in just a few weeks for Season of the Deep. Meanwhile, I was there on the last or the second last week of the season, still trying to get the last weapon in deep sight, because I didn't get a single deep sight weapon as a random drop or from opening an engram. The only time I ever got a seasonal weapon was the weekly one, the free weekly one. She has the best luck when it comes to Destiny. I clearly have the worst luck when it comes to Destiny. Makes for some very fun conversations where she shows me a clip that she recorded of herself opening a bunch of engrams and getting a bunch of deep sight stuff, or doing this really this really lucky shot or something that happens, and she'll show that to me, and then I will show it, and then I'll prove to her that I have no such luck. But I do have some skill, and here we go, ego mode. But I do have a degree of skill. For instance, when it comes to PvP, I'm not amazing at the game, but I can hold my own. I get kills. I get kills throughout the game. She, however, can't get them. I'm not saying that she walks out with 0 kills every single game, but she enjoys it a lot less than I do. Even when we're playing Gambit, she still gets kills. She still invades and whatnot. But she'll invade and get like 1 kill. I'll invade and I'll get the whole team kill and then 1 extra person. I've actually done it more often than you think. Where you wipe the entire team and then kill the first guy that respawns. I'm not a god at PvP, but I can but I'm decent enough at it to be able to play Crucible and whatnot without like dreading clicking the PvP button. I'll show her clips where I've done something really, really cool in Destiny. So while she has superior luck, I'm able to get by without the luck. I was gonna say I've got the skill, but no, I don't have that. That's wrong to say. I have skills, but so does she. What I'm getting more towards is that I can do without the luck. I would like to have the luck, but I can do without it. Just perfectly fine. But I don't want to touch the system. I don't think I would be able to get all that stuff done this season if I started now. Especially now that there's all these extra distractions going on between the supposed DDoS attacks, the weapon crafting glitch, and the way that people are speedrunning the seasonal stuff. I don't think I'd be able to get that done. But this gives me more time to do other things. It's given me more time to play Baldur's Gate, more time to play Forza 5 and 4, for that matter. I haven't played much of 4, but I have played a bit more than I was. It's given me more time for VR chat. Turns out once you stop feeding a live service game, you have time for other things. I'm not saying that I'm not feeding it at all. I still play Destiny, and I'm playing a live service game right now. And I've been playing Warframe, which is another live service game. But, turns out Destiny was actually taking a fair bit of my time. I just wasn't aware that it was taking that much of my time. Don't get me wrong though, I still enjoy Destiny a lot. Still very happy with my purchases in Destiny, all the expansions. But I just needed a break, play other things. That's why I never came back to doing my Titan, Lightfall, and Witch Queen with Titan. I still need to do the Witch Queen, but I'm now doing Lightfall with that friend, so I can now play that at a slower pace. I'm yammering a lot now. It's not because I'm bored, it's just I want to fill the silence. So the other day, that person who was commenting, who asked me who I was talking to, and I was just talking to anyone who will listen. I talk to myself all the time, at least I have a reason to talk louder when I do a live stream, because someone else may be listening. You never know. You never know. Well, this is the last race of the season. I mean, I know there's more stuff I can do with between Hot Wheels and the Off-Road Adventure, but pretty much the end of what I had planned. In fact, I've already done more than I planned because I was planning on just getting 2 vehicles. I managed to do that in like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I mean, hell, I've been... Did I get that? No, I didn't. I snuck around. So I couldn't get off the wall unless I slowed down. I'm gonna just do that bit again. In fact, actually, I know it's an AI, but I actually feel a little bad for that. I'm gonna go even further back. Play this properly. Don't play it at all. I try not to hit the walls. I try not to hit the other cars, even if they're AI. But I've started getting slack. The longer I play Forza for, the more slack I become with that rule. I don't know why. The first race I do in a day, I will like hit no walls. I will hit no cars. I mean, you guys probably saw what I was doing with Trials. Dodging everyone. Like, I know they were players, but I was dodging everyone as best I could. Now I'm just sort of crashing into everyone. Don't know why. Maybe I'm getting tired or something. Or maybe bored, I'm not too sure. I'm not following the fucking guideline. It's slow. What's the point of having that guideline if I don't follow it? Slow down. I suppose this works out well though. Stretch the time streaming out by doing these extra races, but maybe I'll end the stream once I finish this race. I know it's only been 3 hours, and normally the stream goes for anywhere from 4 to 5 hours. But I actually need to get up a little earlier than normal because I have those extra things to do in the morning. I'll finish this race and then head off. Start getting ready for bed. Before I do that, I will have to look to see when that patch is coming out for Baldur's Gate that's going to give you the magic mirror. I'm very tired off-road. That's something that should never happen. But it is surprising how effective it is. As long as you're prepared to slide around a lot. Okay. With how many points I put into it this time around, it's actually gonna be no time at all before I reach the Porsche here. But there we go. So far, I've got all of the vehicles. I've got 5 of the vehicles actually for this series already. What's next? 2 BMWs. You know, BMW, these cars look very similar. Like, I know there is a difference if you look at their faces, but like there is more to it than this. And then I definitely want to get these as well. Like, I mean, at least they do look a bit different. These BMWs, but that Porsche I definitely want to get because that's interesting. Most requested car coming soon. I saw a thing on Reddit where someone was no, not Reddit, it was somewhere. Somewhere I saw someone mentioning that float when I was googling the float location. Someone said it was a most requested car. Is that what's coming in the next Is that what's coming in the next update? Or the next series? Is you'll be able to get the pool float from that one mission? Because that'd be funny. And I'd want one. Alright. I will end the stream here so I can start doing all my evening gubbins. Get ready for bed. I can get up nice and early. Sorry, I crashed because I looked away from the computer, so I can have a look at the clock. Alright. Tell you what, even in the rain, the grip is actually pretty good. Alright. I'm gonna get out of here. Good night, everyone. Sorry for the shorter live stream. I ran out of things that I was gonna do. Because, like I said, I could do these ones over here. No, actually, I can't. Finished these already, and I can't access these ones because I need to be champion and elite. So I guess I could work towards them, but that's going to take quite a bit more time, and I was just talking about having to go to bed early. So I will leave it here and head off to bed. Good night. Enjoy, well, or all good day. God knows what time it is where you are. Farewell. Thanks for stopping by. Yep. And I will see you all later. Bye. Possibly for Warframe. Or Baldur's Gate. Or something else.